Well, I think we can get started then. So like, okay. Oh, Simon Salikis mentioned something.
What?
Ooh, nah. We got tagged in a big tweet. Be like, hey, look at everybody. Is Robin Leonard
Robin.
gonna be in net Thursday night?
I don't know and I don't care.
I don't care
Yeah, I
either.
don't care either.
Do not care
Don't
one
care.
lick. Habs
Robin,
win it
not one of them.
in the desert.
In the desert again.
4-1. Game 5. Series lead now 3-2 going back to Montreal. This is now officially the furthest that the Habs have ever been in the playoffs since 1993.
Yep.
5 wins away from the cup.
5.
5. Vive. 5.
And you know what Thursday is? The next game? Saint Jean
Saint Jean
Baptiste.
Baptiste Day.
That's
Okay.
their national holiday.
My father, who sometimes thinks about hockey vaguely, and does not know anything about Quebec, as far as I know, has never been to Canada. He texted me and he said, "Hey, do you want to have lunch for Saint Jean Baptiste Day on Thursday?" Because he knows I have an affinity. So mine is it's on top of my TV, and it's folded so you can see the Habs part, but it's hanging out on top of my TV.
I don't have one.
You gotta order from Tricolor.
Yeah.
Order something from Tricolor. That new the red sweatshirt that they have, it's very comfortable. I know it's warm now, but it's very comfortable. The white,
David.
the white.
Damn it. They're
Perfume
not
indeed.
built well. It starts flying all over the damn place.
The Vegas one actually is really nice, and like it's
The
Dave-
battle towel?
is that what they called it?
Yeah. So
Oh, I
in
missed
you
that.
know in the screens that wrap around the ring, they're like wave your battle towel. It's like
Battle towel.
a battle towel.
They're very cute though.
What am I gonna do? Get my batter Powerade out next? Get my battle whatever it
He's
is.
gonna get it.
And Beth has left.
Oh my god. You
She's
guys,
had
it's like
enough.
30 degrees here.
Oh, you can't
And I'm
even.
wearing a jersey.
I'm okay. So let me tell you about something about wearing jerseys in
Okay. is this-
awful
okay,
heat.
Okay. So
Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, no shit.
here's
That was
I
bad.
have to put my microphone down, but here's their towel.
Ooh, so what you're seeing, if you're not on YouTube, is a towel that has a decal of an ace of clubs. Yeah. Clubs? Spades? Yeah, clubs.
Clubs.
And it's a face card, but with a hockey player in the style of the Golden Knights. Number 20, whoever that is on the Knights.
Whoever that is.
Whom I don't know.
Who's that?
So speaking of Knights,
I don't know who it is.
first 2 periods, the Knights just weren't there. Or if they were there, the Habs were there more so
Yeah.
than that. It was a perfect 40 minutes. Perfect 40 minutes. And we're gonna talk about that. Who opens the scoring? None other than our sweet baby Eagle,
Baby
We-
Eagle.
Eagle.
who got the secondary assist on his own goal, or at least he should have.
Yep.
He's on the boards in the neutral zone, gets the pass out to Anderson. Anderson streaking in as one does, as a power horse tends to do. Gets the shot off. Fleury splays out, has no idea what planet he's on, and Kotkaniemi gets the rebound. There it is, 1-0 going into the break. And then it just the second period is the one part of the games with the Habs I always feel trepidation. There's always something that goes wrong in second periods that haven't done well. This second period may have been the best second period that they've had all series. It was
wonderful.
awesome.
Yeah.
They had no trouble. Zero trouble. Zero
In
trouble.
fact, I had a lot of success.
Oh my god, yeah.
Stymieing them. Like, just didn't let them do anything.
Of all the people to get that sick ass Suzuki feed from the boards in the offensive zone, Eric Stahl just we don't see his shot very often, especially when he has time and space. Oh my god. But he didn't need time. He just had the space and just a wrister, bam, in
This is
across
bang.
Fleury.
This works.
No chance for Fleury. And it's just so Eric Stahl gets his second of the playoffs, drafted in 2003 with Fleury.
I was in grade 6.
Jesus.
With
2003.
Fleury?
Yeah. The same draft class.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Math was that old.
Me either.
He's an old man.
Also, number 20 happens to be Chandler Stevenson.
Speaking of Chandler Stevenson, his first game of the series against the Habs, and he was a non-factor.
Yeah.
It's his first game back because he played in game 1.
Oh, he did?
He
Oh.
played in game 1.
Well, he was
and
a non-factor then, too.
He missed 2 through 4.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Top line center
Holy
for
shit, you
the
guys.
Vegas Golden Knights for some reason. I don't know anything about the poor guy. Second period continues. 2-3 minutes later, my God, it's Corey Perry doing Corey Perry things in the offensive zone. Makes it look... No, it was on the power play, actually. Excuse me. Habs... Okay, we're going to talk about the officiating
That's
again,
right. It
too.
was on the power play.
But because the Habs got a power play, for God's sake. So the Habs are on the
Wow.
power play, and there is a terrible turnover by the Knights in the neutral zone. Corey Perry, who looked like he was about to have a heart attack, receives the puck, and he's like, skating just as fast as that man can. And, he can skate, but it was at the end of his shift, and just he feeds Caulfield, and Caulfield doesn't make a mistake. 3-0 Habs.
They absolutely fooled Fleury on that one.
Before like half of the game is over, So then they take a 3-0 lead going into the break or going into second intermission. And it was all the talk during the break on Sportsnet that just the Habs, they're rolling, and the Knights just don't have an answer for them. And that was very evident. Not saying it was Winnipeg bad, but it was just the Habs were just good. Very good, as I adjust one of my filters.
And there's something to be said, like Dan Robertson tweeted it out about the confidence level that Luke Richardson was talking about today. This is just the opposite of the end of the regular season Habs.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I want to talk
It's
about
the
Mr.
complete
Richardson
opposite.
a bit. Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I have to say, I have a stress headache right now. And in that third period, I had like peak anxiety. My heart was racing. My hands were shaking. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
One win away from playing for the cup.
The cup.
The cup.
Against either the Islanders or the frickin' Lightning. But let's not put all our towels on the line before they're done being washed.
Yeah.
Because they would be dirty, and that would not be sanitary. So I'll continue with the game here. Third period starts, Max Pacioretty whiffs a shot, then he gets the second one, and he gets it in. Good on Max for not celebrating at all, and that is literally, I think, the first goal that Patches has scored against the Habs since becoming a Knight. Further, yesterday in the last game too, game 4.
Yes.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but it was the first time that the Knights won in Montreal. Granted, it wasn't in regulation, so that's
They
cool.
still haven't done that.
And so it's 3-1 for the rest of the third period. Veronica Candiete gets a stress headache watching the game, and
I'm literally, I have like right here.
it's right
here,
there.
my frontal lobe or whatever.
What movie is that? I can feel it. It's simmering in my Clue. That one scene with the one lady that's freaking out in Clue. It's I don't even remember the damn lines. They pull Fleury because you're one to do that with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, and it was just a scrappy battle until the very end. I don't think Weber and Sherratt were off at any point of that 2 minutes and 45. A misfire by Weber gets them an icing. There was another icing with Toffoli mishandled the puck at some point, but then it was Toffoli springs Suzuki, and Suzuki took all the time in the world, despite having pressure coming right behind him, to settle the puck, get it exactly where he wants it to go. 4-1 Habs into the empty netter.
That's for the
And
face.
Game.
Yep. That's why I have my Suzuki on tonight, because I because
There he is. There.
Yeah.
he I don't know, he deserved that. What I loved though was after he scored, and then he was on the bench and he was sitting next to Kotkaniemi, and Kotkaniemi is like grinning and like super excited. Like there's still time left on the clock, whatever. And Suzuki's just like very serious on the bench, like, even though he was the one that just scored the goal. Suzuki's like, yeah, like patting him and stuff, and like Suzuki's just like, yeah, okay.
He's just like, no.
Haven't accomplished anything yet, as Shea Weber would say.
Exactly.
Exactly.
As Weber, Perry, and Stahl
Yeah.
would say. They're like, we have done nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing has been accomplished yet.
Nothing. This is
So,
still
Oh
work.
my Lord.
let's see, what was a good thing that happened? So
KK and Nick are getting interviewed right now, and
Oh my
KK's
gosh.
making faces. Oh my God.
Is his lip swollen?
oh yeah, so that was a thing too. I've never seen a high stick call get reviewed. However, I believe, and somebody mentioned this on Twitter, I haven't verified it, that double minors get reviewed.
Yeah.
Damn. Never seen that happen in the
Only
playoffs.
double minors.
So if he hadn't pushed for a double minor, it wouldn't have been reviewed.
I really wonder about that, if that's the case, because a memo must have sent out, because I believe this is the first win for the Habs under Keith Sutherland.
Since what, 2018?
2018.
Oh, wow.
Which is a bit of a miracle if you think about reffing in these playoffs. But as is, Habs won. I get that. There were missed calls. There were definitely cross checks that were not called on either team. But this felt like a normal game.
Yeah.
Officiating
I was
wise.
worried about the actual hockey and not the officiating.
Exactly.
Speaking of officiating, Wes McCauley is resting at home for the third round, and he might return for the finals, and he might not. So
Yeah,
thing
interesting
that came out
story
today.
there. I'm not entirely sure if he was injured at some point. I don't even know. I have no clue.
maybe he just needs a break. He works really hard.
One of
does
the
work.
linesmen, who was it tonight that took a puck to the
He's been
ear?
around for a long time. I can't remember his
It
name.
was a linesman. Yep, took a puck to the ear. And it wasn't like he got concussed. Just I think his ear actually got cut by the puck, so he
You
got
know how
patched
sometimes
up.
when you sleep wrong and your ear is bent,
Yeah.
that shit hurts. Can
It
you
does
imagine
hurt.
a puck?
Yeah.
Like, ouch.
Or if you ever get like hit in the ear, like just by anything,
Oh,
like it's just not a good time.
Just a happy hour tip, life tip. Do not sleep on your ear when it's
don't
bent.
let your ear bend. when you're
Don't
sleeping.
tuck your ears down.
Take out your earrings before you sleep,
Yes.
or get like studs in or whatever the heck it is, and all that stuff.
Yes. Dave knows.
Gauges. Sorry, excuse me, not studs.
Oh,
Whatever.
gauges.
So the officiating seemed to even out. We will more than likely have Chris Lee on Thursday, unless like divine providence shines down. But let's see what else was going on. Luke Richardson. I've been watching his pressers after practice, and he is a zero nonsense, tells everything like it is, and is just the guy's on top of it. Like I would have him run my hot dog stand, and it would be one of the best hot dog stands in the park.
The hot dogs would
And
come
he's such a
with ties
gentleman.
on.
Such a gentleman, very, very, very good.
And he's not very excitable and emotive behind the bench. Like something happened. I think it was when they were reviewing the double minor on.
Oh yeah, he was just like
he just stood there with his arms by his sides. He wasn't like yelling. He wasn't talking to any of the players. Wasn't talking to anybody else that was with him. He was just literally just standing like a statue, waiting for them to come talk to him or tell him what was up.
some Michel Therrien vibes, maybe.
Yeah. He's just very
Therrien, he was a statue unless he was like really fired up, and that those were good games usually.
It was funny in Vegas because we were up very high, but we were sitting behind the Montreal bench, and like you just could see Ducharme, just like it was like watching an ant farm. Like he just was going back and forth, like zooming, and I was like, "Sir, like, can you drink some water? Like, are you okay?" Because I mean, you see him during the games like on TV, but like if you're able to just watch him for a whole game, like he does not stop.
Yes. A little bit like UL or Joel Bouchard, who is
Yes.
also the guy's a maniac on the bench. He's
Yes.
an unstoppable force. He's a hurricane of coaching.
Yes.
He is on one side of the bench. All of a sudden, he's on the other side of the bench. And you wonder how. It's amazing.
He just
They're
almost like he's
engaged.
gonna strap on some skates and jump out there.
Yeah, seriously. Speaking of, Luke Richardson is a large man.
He's very. I did not realize how.
Like
large
he'd
he was.
be the guy I called to move my fridge, you know, and he'd be like, okay, tears it out of the wall. But Habs are firing on all cylinders. That game was a masterclass, and even in the Game 4 loss, wasn't that they played bad. It was just a crazy fluke of a goal that got past Price, and they couldn't score. You know, so they just have to take this momentum back into Montreal and play themselves a game and win it. Win
They're
it.
in the zone.
Win it. And don't get COVID.
Yeah.
Please.
I think it was before, like on TSN 690 today, they were talking about how the Golden Knights are going to win tonight, just like it was a fact.
Yeah.
And Bieksa before the game too was saying the Golden Knights have all the momentum and they're in their barn and all these people. And I'm just like, what? Like, why are we like, have you not
Vegas.
been paying attention?
Vegas was booing the Knights power play.
Yep.
I think that's the first time the team got Bronx cheers in that
Wow.
at their home, but they were booing the power play because I mean the Knights power play was terrible. Now, granted, a crazy stat for the Habs. It's like I think they've stopped 23 or 28 consecutive
28.
power plays against them. So 28, thank you, Beth, consecutive kills out of, and I think they're like 40 for 43 or something like that. It's an insane stat.
I think that they're broken an NHL record now that was previously held by the Habs. Consecutive games without a
We
power
did
play
it
goal against
again.
in the playoffs. I think
That is
so.
awesome.
You'd have to look that up. They were tied for 10 consecutive games and now it's 11.
Yeah.
Because they didn't let in a power play goal last night, did they? Or what night is it? On Sunday?
I can check really quick. I don't have it up right now, but I will.
While Dave's looking,
It all seems so long ago.
you could hear and see a lot of Habs fans on TV. I want to give a shout out to Habs Lass, our friend Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Who is one of the very few people we love and adore who is both a Leafs fan and a Habs fan. And she went to Vegas for Game 5 tonight and was wearing her, I believe, her Suzuki jersey. I saw a picture. She looked wonderful. She was having a great time. And so thank you for
Awesome.
going and bringing us luck. I hope that whoever's taking care of your cats is doing a good job.
Awesome. And the Knights did not score on the power play on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Hell yeah.
breaking records. Let's go.
I'm sure we'll see it on Sports Center, that stat
Yeah.
tonight, because that's where I saw it last time.
Like I'm loving all of this spite success. It's giving me life.
They're just a solid team.
Yeah.
It's not flashy. They just
No.
do everything as
They
basic as
do
possible.
work.
Work boots.
And they work, and it works. It's awesome.
All
Another streak that's going on. I think the Habs are now 10-0 when scoring more than 2 goals in the playoffs. They just gotta score. Just fucking the net.
shoot pucks. Shoot pucks. It doesn't matter. Just shoot pucks.
That's it. Habs released the pregame speech for Game 3 that Marc Bergevin gave to the locker room. Tomasz Plekanec had something to say about it, calling Marc Bergevin a player's GM.
Yeah.
How about them apples? Good old Tomasz.
You would know.
I hope him and Saku come back to the team somehow. some way.
Somehow.
Wow, that'd be
Please.
great. Marc Bergevin did not win GM of the year.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
In second.
Yeah.
Did he finish second?
Finished second behind
Lou Lamoriello.
Lou. Lou killed somebody to get that win. He put a hit out on somebody and he got that win.
Second year in a row, eh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Bro, Lou.
Isn't he for the Islanders now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was last year.
Well, last year made a little bit more sense because the Islanders like turned it around real quick. But it's also, Barry Trotz too,
Trotz.
So, yeah, but that's another story that's not Habs related. 8-0 Lightning last night against the Islanders. Holy shit. And Matt Barzal, I think, got fined. I don't know if he got suspended though.
I just saw a fine of $5,000
for that late cross
got 10
check.
in a game last
$5,000.
night.
Yeah.
So that'll hopefully help things, I guess. But tomorrow night we'll find out who. If the Lightning win, they'll advance. But maybe the Islanders have some juice left in them because, jeez, I would never count the Islanders out against the Lightning.
People started to do that when they were playing the Bruins and they lost a game, and then they came back and they're like, goodbye Bruins. And the Islanders are they're streaky. They'll surprise you. So until that series is over, I'm not betting on anybody.
No,
for either of those teams.
Absolutely. I mean, what else is there to say? Oh, another interesting thing. I saw this on Twitter by somebody. I don't recall who. Sorry. The KK line with Anderson and Byron. That line has erupted in the latter half of these series, and that was the one line that really needed to do something. Is it all Luke Richardson? Because they really started coming alive when Ducharme was not on the bench. It's an interesting bit.
I'm proud of them. I'm excited for them because they're three people who between the regular season and the playoffs have gotten a lot of flack.
Anderson especially.
Yes. And
playing hurt, blah blah blah.
Yeah. And they have just come out and really performed and shut people up. And there are people who even this week were saying that Kotkaniemi should sit if and when Evans comes back and all this other stuff. And it's just like, what is going on right now is working. Like if changes need to be made, they will be made by the people who know more than you do. And yes, you're allowed to criticize and critique and what have you, but don't fix something that's not broken because you're going to be sorry later on.
The Habs have not changed their lineup, I think, at all this series. I can't, unless like Merrill substituted Kulak at some point. Maybe one.
I think Kulak did play.
Yeah. But very minor adjustments compared to the Knights, who they're putting the blender on their lines like every period. They couldn't find.
Did you see DeBoer?
Oh yeah,
leaving after the first period or the second period? Oh boy!
Yeah, he was mad.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that was it wasn't where I was watching Vegas closely, but when they, at least against Colorado, they did change up a lot of things, including their goaltenders often. So maybe they think that that's what's going to work against the Habs as well. Who knows? But yeah, like they have not been able to really solve the Habs yet.
5-on-5 or special teams, really.
Yeah.
That's a rare thing to say about the Habs.
Yep.
5-on-5.
Oh, and speaking of KK
and special teams, what about KK?
Marc Dumont.
Mark
during the game.
Dummett.
That KK has the most 5-on-5 goals in the playoffs.
Yes. Isn't he tied with somebody, I thought? Or was that something else I heard?
At the time, it might have been Toffoli.
I thought he was tied with Stone.
Oh, I think maybe for the Habs. Maybe
Right.
that's who he said. I can't remember.
Oh my God, yeah, because Kucherov and Point, oh my God, those guys on the Lightning, they're unreal in the playoffs, but whatever. We'll
Yeah, the ones
deal
I
with
haven't
it
watched
later.
a single other
to a
game.
bad
in these
wedding.
playoffs.
Yeah.
I just get the notifications on my app, but I haven't watched anything.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Really cool. Good for KK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got his
So happy for him.
his first playoff assist, I think, last game. So he finally has an assist over Brady Kachuk's none in the playoffs. Do you know that Paul Byron has more playoff goals than in the third round than Connor McDavid?
Oh my god.
Aha.
It's kind of weird. Shout out to Emmanuel in our group chat for that one. Good man.
Nice.
Good to point that out. And
Paul Byron, did you guys see that picture that the Habs tweeted?
No.
It was like new profile picture, and it was Paul Byron from the side. He looked. It was a really good shot. I'll go retweet it again. I think. Or
Yeah.
send it to the stuff. But it was from the game, and it looked really good. I was
nice.
like, yay! Paul
Good.
Byron.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so no new news on Evans or Ducharme, really. Evans making progress, and I have the feeling, though, that if needed, he could slot into the lineup if they really wanted him to. I'm not sure if he was actually cleared officially. Haven't really heard anything about that, so we'll see. As for Ducharme, last I heard, seemed to be that they're negotiating, quote unquote, negotiating with the league to see if he can come back sooner than 14 days of quarantine. Because 14 days in quarantine, that's potentially, if the Habs advance, that's like more than half the finals. That's like, what's the point? So to mitigate that, Luke Richardson was actually talking a little bit about what they do about communication. They have an 8 o'clock meeting in the morning. Luke and Dom, I don't know if that's an all-team meeting, but Luke and Dom do. Every period on the break, Luke is talking to Dom, and I'm sure he's talking to him after the game right now too. So they're in sync. They're talking all the time, those guys.
And Ducharme talks to the players.
He's actually doing press right now, Luke Richardson.
Does he look jacked?
No.
Well, wait until he has like a t-shirt on and you'll be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I need that man to move a fridge for me.
Sir,
I
can you
like
please
him.
lift
He's
the
so
car off
nice.
of this baby?
Pardon?
It's like, sir, can you please lift this car off of this baby?
Yeah, just here you go, little
Oh my
one.
God. Oh my God.
Almost there.
Exciting.
In 2014, it was 2 games in the conference finals that the Habs won. Now it's 3.
Yeah. Took him to game 6.
Open the
With,
border,
Takarsky.
Trudeau. You frickin' coward. Or else I'm gonna call up my great uncle.
Keep it closed, man. For now. We have to get to 75% of us with a first shot, I think.
Like there's something of like a July deadline for that or something. Oh
Well,
no, I
July
heard.
20
Go ahead.
Sorry. It's July 21. It's every month on the 21st
Yep.
day that they renew the border closure.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, so yeah. So how does that work with Ducharme? Because he did get his second vax,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
but
did.
then he tested positive.
I think it's
But will he be immune after a certain time?
Yeah, so the 2-week period, the 2-week like inoculation period after the second dose didn't kick in until it.
Yeah.
But as far as I heard, he's not symptomatic.
Yeah.
Like he's just at home chilling, unfortunately. Well, you know, it's what you have to do. If he has COVID, he can't be around the players, despite the fact that all the players, well, some of the players got their shots. Don't know what more to say about that though. But yeah, it does suck.
Yeah.
Because another
might
thing
be
is that
that-
I think Canada, they're lifting the hotel quarantine for Canadian nationals that are coming back to the country. So yeah, people won't have to do that if you're vaccinated.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. My guess with Ducharme would be like after a certain amount of time they'll test him again, and if they decide to let him come back sooner, they'll test him again, and then if those results are negative, they'll have him do another test again, like the next day or something like that. And then if those are negative, they'll let him return to the team.
Yeah, I wonder.
But
I wonder. 3 stars of the game, provided by Molson Export. Carey Price, Premier Etoile, followed by Nick Suzuki, and then Max Pacioretty.
What?
for
Like-
doing what?
Yeah.
Scoring.
Mark Stone. So
He looked-
mad.
He looked
He's
angry
getting
before the game
pissed.
started. He
Um,
looked angry during the anthems. I mean, granted, I don't like listening to the Star Spangled Banner either, but he looked mad during both anthems.
I muted the Star Spangled Banner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen,
I
the
stand
guy-
up for the Oh Canada.
The guy's a good singer. The national anthem for the country in which I was born sucks and it's racist. So,
Guy is a very good anthem singer. The new guy that they have for the Bell Center too is freaking.
mm,
That guy's awesome too.
He's like opera singer or
Oh
something.
my god, he is. He's like
He's fun.
we had that opera guy for a bit, and like, all right, that's cute. But this guy is like a good mix of
Yeah.
opera, I will call it. Nick Suzuki with a 3-point game in the playoffs, a goal and 2 assists. He's coming alive. Caulfield's finding his rhythm
yes.
now.
I
Oh
love
my
watching
Lord.
him. He's always really low to the ice. And it's like they don't see him coming a lot of whoever he's matched up with on the other team, he's like, oh, that. He's like a little kid like running through the grocery store. And he just does Cole Caulfield things. And he's like, bloop, scored a goal, got some ice cream, let's go, goodbye. And he just
Absolutely.
DeBoer's
having
up.
a good time.
Ew. All right, yeah, then we should go then. That's enough. Closing thoughts. It's in the Habs' hands. Destiny has presented the door to the Habs. It'll be the first time, if they do this, since 2011, that a Canadian team can compete for the Cup. The first time for the Habs since 1993. This is a big deal. This is a monumental deal. If the Habs win Thursday, there will be riots. 100% riots.
Riots?
Absolutely.
Dave's gonna have one in his apartment.
Yes. I will burn down my bunk bed.
Where are you gonna sleep?
Please don't have riots, you guys. That's embarrassing.
Just flip one cop car.
all the cop cars, honestly. I'll find
Have
one.
a
There's cop
police
car the next street
station
over.
donate a cop car and flip it.
To flip it.
So I wonder if they'll increase capacity at the Bell Center.
It's at
By another
3,500 right
grand.
now. If they haven't done it already,
Yeah.
not
Although
sure.
3,500 sounded like 35,000. Swear to God.
Swear
and
to God.
18,000 sounded like 18
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Shout
We
out
weren't even out when we
to
were there either.
Habs fans in Vegas tonight.
Yes.
The Olays were singing at the
Yes, I
T-Mobile
was like,
Center.
This is amazing.
Was it the Nana Hey Hey? I thought.
No,
It was the Olays.
Ole, ole.
No,
Okay.
they're too young for the hey, goodbye. They don't
I was too
remember that.
nervous. I couldn't pay attention to anything except just watching that clock run down.
Mhm.
Oh, and I predicted the score.
You did. Good job.
That's right.
I
Again.
would like to say that I appreciate the fact that Carey Price is very dignified and uses a straw in his water bottle instead of just squirting it everywhere. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the water squirting, but Carey Price just picked up and he's just like, and then puts it back and he's like, whatever, this is fine. It just made me, it just put me like I was hyped, but I was a little anxious. But just seeing Carey Price doing another Carey Price thing just put me at peace. And
Yeah.
so I feel good.
Carey Price ASMR. Drinking through a straw.
Drinking through a straw.
Do you have
It was like
anything
one of
in
those
front?
straws
Oh,
that,
sorry.
like it whistled. Like if you know when you blow through it, it whistles. Anyway.
Yeah.
Who was that? I just saw on a highlight on Nick's empty netter that one of the Knights got tossed into the bench.
Oh,
Like,
I
pass
don't know who
first.
that was.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't see that originally.
Yeah, some guy just got see you later. And then it was all the
See ya
Suzuki
later.
show.
See ya
But yeah,
later.
Veronica, any thoughts? And then we're done.
Oh my gosh, just positive vibes only. Stop counting this team out. Stop predicting that they're gonna lose. Stop. Just positive vibes only.
We're
Positive
doing
vibes only.
That's right.
Please.
Also, Julie Petrie, thanks for starting that
Thank you.
whole thing. She started that. However, she's also late to the game.
Yeah.
Officials should have media availability after games. Thank you, Ashley at Allure on Twitter.com, who pointed this out like 2 seasons ago on the Habby Hour
seasons
at
ago,
some point.
yes.
I want to
Yes.
dig up
Yeah,
the
in our
episode,
first
but that's a
season.
lot of digging.
Well, I think we might have had like zebras in the title.
Oh, that's easy. I know exactly what episode that is. Oh my god. Oh, my
And Ashley
contribution.
was really only with us for that first season.
Yeah, and then she got busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's
Real
it.
busy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Game
guys.
6 in Montreal. Let's
Saint
go.
Jean-Baptiste.
Saint Jean Baptiste Day.
Uh,
Hooray.
we'll see you Thursday. I will try not to be too drunk.
Go Habs, go.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Go Habs.
Go.
Go Habs. Les Canadiens sont là. And that's it.